We are actually good and we can begin. As a fun fact, the other day, I discovered that the entire time, because we were talking about how YouTube couldn't hear music, turns out the entire time YouTube could hear music. So I got a wee little copyright saying, hey, don't do that. So now YouTube can no longer hear music. Whoops. Where's my test piece? It was fine. We were talking about Coulter Wall. Coulter Wall was one of the only people that actually made it so the videos couldn't display anywhere. So I'm removing them as we speak. YouTube is. I shouldn't say that I am because I'm not doing shit. But another thing that was really weird is that another video that was blocked was a cover of like a classical song that I was playing. And that like the original song was from 1850 or something like that. So I'm like, hey, that's cool and fun. Of all the songs that I expected to be copyright, like I suppose it is a cover, so it does, like you can copyright that, but that one seems, I don't know if covers can be copyrighted because it's a cover of public domain material. That would be like me burning this. This was originally public domain. It is from the early 1900s, if I remember correctly. I would have to go look at my list of sources, but like this image that I'm working on, like the basis of it is from an image from the early, I want to say 1920s. It's just barely in the public domain, but it is in fact in public domain. And it would be like if I made this and then copyrighted the image. And it's like, hold on a second. Huh? They can copyright it for the original changes they made. Yes, but I suppose doing something like, I don't know, is it inherently performative or like transformative rather to like just play a piece, but like you're the one playing it, like musical covers. Like, is that inherently transformative if it's like, oh, well, it's transformative because I'm the one playing the notes? Because it's not like the original is, like, listenable. No, I don't think so. I took one class on music copyright law because I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would have to hear like a bunch of iterations on the original piece, but like, I'm not sure how transformative this actually was for them. It gets harder to find when it's singing because that's like your voice. True. Singing, I think, would be fair. But I feel like because it was just a piano piece, I'm like, at that point, you're just basically following instructions. Like, there's a lot of skill and, like, it's hard to follow those instructions. But if you're performing a piece that somebody else has composed, Alfie makes the anyone can paint a dot argument, but about anyone can read sheet music. I mean, anyone can read sheet music, though. That's like a skill everyone can learn. Like the difference between anyone can paint a dot and anyone can read sheet music, right, is that the dot was an original creation. Like somebody had to think about making the dot. I don't really have to think about like turning this from a public domain image into woodburning. Like I can add my own techniques, sure. And if the pianist is adding their own techniques, cool, that's your own thing. You do whatever you want with that. That's yours, buddy. That is like like if it's transformative, obviously, then it's fine. But like the difference between like an original art piece and playing somebody else's pre-written music is in the, okay, but you didn't write that. You forgot that's what it's called, pianist. Pianist dick in your mouth. Got him. I don't know. I only very briefly played piano, so I'm probably not the person to judge, but it's like, or like the person to speak on this, rather. But yeah, I don't know. Your tiny hands on a piano, perish the thought. Yeah, I was not very good at the piano on account of my tiny little baby hands, is exactly correct. Also, I was like 5. I ended up doing the violin. I did much better on that until my parents ran out of money because 2008. I make every dot size from 1 by 1 to 1,000 by 1,000 and copyright anyone who copies me. Some artists are like genuinely super scummy when it comes to copywriting their shit. I don't know where the line is for a lot of stuff, so I tend to just not. Yeah, sorry I had to take the yesterday off, by the way. I had to deliver my first month's rent to my future landlord. Annoying that they can't do it online in our Lord and Savior's year of 2024, but I had to go over there and hand deliver this check. Oh. Did the screen flash black for anybody else? I don't know what that was. That was weird. No, sir? Alright, I'm gonna assume it was an OBS bug and not something that was picked up on stream. That's fine. My first landlord, I had a mail check. Oh, God. Yeah, asking me to send anything via mail is the quickest way to not get something. Not even gonna lie. Did your bank not give out checkbooks when, like when you signed up for your account? My bank gave me a bunch of free checks that I still have, even though they don't have the right address anymore. Didn't go. Oh. Well, if you had, you would have gotten some free checks. Oh yeah, this is a good song. Yeah, it's Dearly Beloved, isn't it? I feel like the problem with Tiruff not being here is that I have no frickin' earthly clue what to say. I'm kind of used to having Tiruff to bounce off of. Which is why I also stopped solo streaming largely. Is because I was uncomfortable with just yapping up a storm on my own. But I also recognize that I do need to get better at it if I want to, like, be good at my job. There we go. I like that one. Then we can do a little doot off to the side here. Connect it. Boop, beep, 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 boop, boop, boop. There we go. That's fine. Tell me about different nibs for the burning tool or something. There's like 50 billion of them, and I don't own them all. I own probably like an average amount. I think I have like 8 of them. They all do the same thing. You don't actually need many of them at all. And they basically, well, technically you can't do the same thing with all of them. They all get hot, and that's what really matters. You can, if you're good enough, you can make any tool work for anything. Like, just like with fucking watercolors, everyone's always like, oh, you need Arches paper and you need this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, it's good to have those. They will make your art better. But if you're already an expert, like, you can make do with whatever the hell you want, really. Like, if you already know what you're doing. But they're all different shapes to allow you to do different kinds of texturing. Like, I have a sharp one called a skew. Let me grab it. Yeah, these style ones that have like that middle gap, they're all called skews. You can have angled skews, or does this one have a name? Yeah, this one's just called a C skew, because it looks like a letter C. It's the same for music software and equipment. The best engineer can make a masterpiece out of a $10 microphone. Absolutely. Which one have I burned myself the most on? That would be this one. This one is bent to a 45-degree angle, which is intentional. You can get them that way, or you can do it yourself. It is not recommended that you do it yourself, because you can very easily like misjudge a 45, and you can easily just break your like brand new $30 tip. But it's used mostly for shading. This is probably, if you get one, I think this might actually be the one that it comes with. I'm sorry, I'm showing things in frame for the vertical. But this one is the one that it comes with. Almost any wood burning tool will come with this one. Because it has like both obviously the very like narrow sort of tip, but also you can turn it on its side and do shading like this. This is the only one that I have that is at a 45 because it's so good for shading. If I was smart, I would have gotten the skews at a 45 as well, but it was like an extra fee, and I was like, I don't need this. And frankly, I don't use this ever. I'm not sure I've once used it, so clearly I've been fine. Fees, I hardly know her. Yeah, it's like each one of these tips is $30 just for this stupid little metal thing. And it's because like the wood burning manufacturers can get away with it because they're all proprietary tips for any wood burner you get. Like, there are some places that do knockoffs, but you can never like really fully trust those because you never know what metal they're made out of or how heat conductive. So it could be dangerous. And so it's like, it's annoying to have to spend $30 for basically a new pen. They do get a lot of wear and tear. I've had these for probably 4, maybe 5 years now. And there are definitely some that require a lot more maintenance than they used to. A big thing with these is that you do have to properly maintain them. You regularly have to like sand them down to make them, like, this one is very matte, versus this one in here is a lot shinier just because it's not been used. So you get carbon buildup, and if you get carbon buildup, it can lead to the pen itself, like the heat not dispersing onto the wood, and so the heat just gets maintained in the nib. And it can cause problems long term as far as like it becoming brittle, stuff like that. But on the other hand, if you polish it and like a whole bunch, eventually it will just wear down on the material and you will have to buy a new one just because it'll get so thin. The same as like a wedding band or any other kind of metal. They last a long time, but they do not last forever. But yeah, it sucks that all the wood burners don't just make one universal sort of pen tip. But I also understand from a capitalism why they don't. I just don't like it. We can sue them like Apple. I think that because there is no one like option that is superior to all of the others. So it is all just personal, like, preference. You would have to go after each and every wood burning manufacturer individually because they're all doing it and none of them are like associated with each other. Uh, the kind of gold standard is what I have. It's a Colwood Super Pro 2. They've probably come out with like a Super Pro 3 or 4 at this point, but maybe not. And that's kind of what a lot of people see as the like gold. Like it's kind of just the default because it was one of the first professional grade wood burners that existed. Now there's a bunch of others that I've been told are pretty good, but I have no experience with them and I don't really intend to because if anything happens to this wood burner, I'll cry. I want to do something different on this one. I'm tired of all the lines. Yeah, I don't remember how much money I spent on my machine. I think it was close to some $300, but I might be wrong. It might have only been like $100. But it was not cheap. So I really don't want it to break down. Speaking of, I've also never heard back from the guys who I took my camera to. So I need to give them a call. Probably once I get to work, I'll do that. Oh, that one didn't go well. Come on, I sanded you down. Why are you being a funk? Why are you being all funky? There we go. Yeah, I saw that Google lost their lawsuit against Epic about like their app store needs to change. I saw that like they finally came down with like their plan for that on the news yesterday. So that's cool. Big fan of sticking it to the man, even if the person sticking it is a different man. I'm also very excited for the dock worker strike and the lack of bananas. I think the banana industry needs to be taken down a peg. I don't find them very appealing. Is the strike paused already? Is it in response to like Milton or something? Like all the... They had a temporary agreement for a 15... Oh, I didn't see that. That was cool. I only just knew that it had like literally just started. Still, temporary 15 is great. Good for them. Obviously, I hope they get the world and more, but... The strike lasted 2 days. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Tentative deal is 62% increase over the next 6 years. That's awesome. Will that bring them up to like because I know that they've not gotten raises in a while. Would that bring them up to standard as far as how much the cost of living has increased? Or would that still be below? $63 an hour. Sick. Good for them. That's awesome. What if I became a political streamer? What if I became like the next Hassan Piker? We need non-binary Hassan. Take that up with him. I feel like I wouldn't make it as a political streamer because I wouldn't say shit that would like intentionally incense people. I feel like that's kind of what you need in order to be like a good political streamer. Or not good necessarily, a popular political streamer. Like get people pissed off. I mean, just by having a stance, people can get mad at you. I mean, people can, but... And, like, they would, to be clear. Like, people would still hate me or whatever, but... Like, there's a difference between that and, like, some of the shit Hassan does. To, like, very clearly, intentionally sort of farm for views and clicks. At least in my opinion. Maybe he is just genuinely a dumbass that doesn't think before he speaks. In fact, I would argue that is possibly more likely. I think Hassan is just a super angry guy. I mean, I am too, though. I think I tend to just, if I'm in, like, a political debate or something, like if I am ever having to debate people, firstly, I wouldn't, because I'm not a good debater. I didn't take civics class in, like, high school or whatever, and it shows. Someone in a chair for hours with a live audience just says things unheard of. I mean, fair enough. But, like, I don't know. I think I say some dumbass shit, but I've not, like... I don't know. I'm not out here saying repulsive things about women. And it's, like, I don't know. always like debating. I don't know. I like educating more than I like debating. Because my thing is that I've never encountered like a debate, like possibly because I don't have experience like in a professional debate setting. But if it comes to just like fighting with like family or friends or whatever, I've not ever had one where it's not just like the other party is just like, oh, well, you're dumb. And I'm just like, that just gets annoying because it's like not clever at all. I greatly considered becoming a political streamer, but I didn't think I would provide anything better or different enough from what Hassan does for it to be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I like your political takes. I would like to hear more of them. Just like in general. I think that if you streamed politics, people would be into that. I suppose it depends on what you consider to be worth it. If it's like a personal worth or like if you're at like, oh, I'm in it for the money or I'm in it for like the, I assume you mean like social good wise. If there's two people just doing the same thing. But I'm so worried about this cat. I bet she's gonna like drop down onto my head. Oh, like having a gap in the market to actually get viewers. If two people are doing the same thing, I'm wasting my time. I suppose so. I don't know. I feel like you would inherently be doing a different thing because you've got different lived experiences. But I do get like needing to distinguish yourself from other creators. Is very difficult. I do not enjoy. I don't know if it's me feeling inadequate thing, but I'm like, why watch me talk about the same shit Hassan is right now. I mean, on the other hand, I do feel like that's all political streamers kind of have to talk about the same sorts of subjects because like there's only one thing to talk about, and that's like politics. And there's only like there's a specific number of political things going on. Here, I'm gonna make this swoop up here, I think. No, I'm always a big fan of Sherlock doing shit. It's my favorite. One of my favorite activities is watching Sherlock do shit. I just want little orbs around here just to visually distinguish. Here, we can have a little guy here. Little orb. There's a part of me that wants people to pay more attention to black political creators that Ole talks to on her shows. They're so smart, and I've learned so much from them. Yeah, I do. I agree with that. I feel like it's so annoying that if you're like white or white passing, you're just inherently going to do better. Just as per the nature of fucking racist bullshit. Ouch, my hands hurt. I'm also reaching that point where I'm about done, but I don't have very much else left to do. I'm running a bit late today because I forgot that I had an appointment this morning, so I had to run to that, and it took up a lot of my prep time. Oh, welcome in! Thank you for the bits. How are you doing today? We are just finishing up some little mushrooms that we have been working on. I like this little effect that we have going on here. I don't think it's quite focusing as I would have wished. Let me see if I can focus more. There we go. But yeah, I like all the straight lines. I think it looks cool and textured. Once we finish darkening everything up, I can look at what still needs detail because I'll have like a better sense of the values of everything. So then I can go back in and I can add more. I also need to take a razor to this bit right here. I can already tell. I actually don't like the little dots that I added. Get rid of. Go away. I'm gonna shade some things a little bit darker just for some added contrast. Oh, that still needs to go dark. I quite like this one being simple, but I do want the others to have a bit more oomph. I wonder if I can't also add a little bit of shading to the edges of these. It's weird because it's quite abstract and decorative and clearly not like a literal like mushroom that exists, but I still want to shade it in as if it was, and I have to like resist that a lot, I think. I want this one to have more dots. I want this one to have little splotches. And then I need to go in with my knife to clean up some things. ASMR. Whoop. ASMR. Do mermaids have asses? Like they have like a bit of a bump, but do we consider that? Like it doesn't have a crack, does it? I'm asking the real hard-hitting questions here. Oh, I dropped something. Here. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I will be back. Don't run. Walk to the bathroom. You're not the boss of me. I will sprint to the bathroom if I so choose. I don't know if we're gonna finish this one today. Knowing me, we will, but I'm hoping we don't, because I want something for tomorrow. Making a little deer. I don't want this tip though. Do I want this one? I do want this one. Nice. It came preloaded on my device. I had to make a FAFSA correction because for some reason I was listed as 2 people going, oh no. So does that mean that it gave you double money? Because I would just take it. We have a leg. I don't think it made anything worse / better, especially because this was the second half. I don't understand how, like, that works. Like, I even went to school and, like, applied for FAFSA and everything, and I still don't understand it. I keep seeing movement out of the corner of my eye and thinking that it's Robin, but it's always been a cat. And it will always remain a cat. I'm gonna make this leg slimmer. The true difficulty is making this face cute, so I'm just gonna... Robin is free roam. Robin can do whatever she wants. Bloop. I want to make him a happy little guy. Look at his little face. He almost looks like a little jackalope. I want to make him. Just with the big ear. He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. Did he? I didn't fully read the sketch, so I thought the face end was the butt end until he'll burn some. Yeah. No, butt end back. Butt end in the back. I feel like he needs more of a chin, you know? No, he doesn't. I feel like I can do the bottom of his face better. Respectfully to the sketch, it's wrong. I can make him cuter. There, that's enough of a little guy. So the pen I was using for the mushroom one is, like, I think a lot more popular of a pen tip to use, but I really like the ballpoint. I like the small ballpoint. It's probably my favorite. Just because, like, it doesn't matter which way I turn my pen, it makes the same thickness of line. I'm trying to double check that I'm using IG correctly. In the dictionary, just listed IG means immunoglobulin, but yeah, sure, but not what I need at the moment. Yeah, there are some aspects of the sketch that I don't like, so I am just kind of changing them as we go along. And that is a-okay. Just want to do some light shading on this. There we go. We have a silly little guy. Simply have 2 pens hot at all times so you can easily swap between tips as needed. That wouldn't work. I would need 2 machines for that. Technically I could have 2 plugged into wires, but they wouldn't both be receiving heat at the same time. Oh, somebody is hitting the smileys in chat. Hello, YouTube chat. Thank you for the smileys. You are so cute and I love you. I'm gonna pop out chat so I can see it better. My point was just to create more fire hazard. Why? Why? Why would you want to set my house on fire? I mean, it's not my house and I'm totally fine with it being set on fire, but why would you want that for me? Do you know that it's like a famous art tile that has some greyhounds on it? It's like a medieval thing. I really want to woodburn that. I keep seeing everybody like doing it though. Like it's very popular and I love it a lot. I just got two greyhounds and their stupid little snoots are pointed up towards the sky and I love them. Not your house, plus you're moving out, plus you don't care, plus white. Man. Corey said, damn, I only made it 2 minutes. I mean, better than some men. What, you mean before you got noticed? Or... Because I kind of have you, like, off awkwardly in my peripheral vision, just trying to manage all of my screens. So it is a little bit hard to see you. I have to kind of be attracted to the movement like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Also, I love, like, I didn't point out, like, oh, hey, Corey's here. Corey's reacting in YouTube chat, but I knew. I knew it was you. Alright. Alright, bastard boy. Yeah, it's my new game with all y'all's YouTube streams to see how long I can spam emotes before I'm noticed. I thought I could make it at least 5 minutes with how much you need to concentrate. L plus ratio. It's you gotta be better than that, kid. No, I am pretty zoned in though, and I need to keep reminding myself to be entertaining. I don't even know that I am entertaining really, but I need to remind myself to keep talking. Because otherwise I will just zone the heck out. I am a good case study in people moments away from burning their hand off. That's not how case studies work, but I think it would be so fun to get big enough to the point where somebody has like done like their college thesis on me. Like I feel like somebody's done a college thesis on Germa. Like they have to have. Like that has to have been a thing already. So all I need to do is get Germa big and then people can start making real case studies about me. And then as soon as the first case study is written about me, I'm retiring, by the way. So, incentive for anybody interested. Why deprive them of further studies? I mean, they could just talk to me if they wanted another study done. If it makes any difference, I've never sat still for art streams, let alone try and catch them daily. Both of you changed my mind. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. Yeah, I did like one art stream way back in the day before my first hiatus, and it went incredibly well because I got rated by a big creator. But I just couldn't handle the stress of just talking to myself. And it was really bummed me out because like all my stats got skewed, like because when somebody raids you, it's obviously like, oh, your average stream like your streaming average is like 5 million billion. And so for like weeks after then, if I like tried to look at like the monthly bar graph, I would just see that huge spike and then nothing, like basically nothing afterwards in comparison, even though I was doing quite well. I was averaging more viewers than I am now. But it just really got to me. I didn't know how to handle it because I'm a stats girly and I didn't like my stats being skewed. So I didn't do any more art streams to prevent that from happening. I'm like, no, I don't like big number. Big number, go away, please. And that was still like, that's still to this day my most viewed stream, and it wasn't even very good. I think I also didn't like that it was just like a mid stream. I would have preferred that somebody come in and raid me when I was doing something like actually super cool. Between Tiruff's birthday subathon and the Churning and Burning, this is the first time I've watched like daily streams. I'm surprised you didn't catch Iron Mouse when she was doing hers, like her really big first one. Because I know you're a big mouse enjoyer. I don't know what their fans are called. I was about to call you a mouse head, but that feels bad. Feels mean. Also, I'm not even gonna lie a little bit. I didn't get anything to eat today. I had like an apple during my doctor's appointment. Didn't keep them away. But I'm so tempted to just end early and go get food. But we've only got like 40 minutes left, so it's fine. How is doctor? Are you going to live? I mean, not forever. Hopefully not, at least. Actually, I think I would like being immortal if there was an asterisk where it's like I would die before the heat death of the universe. I would totally make that Genie wish. Just seems like it would be fun. Also, in the DMs, I sent you a Sniles So Sneetly pic. I'm sorry. Is that allowed? Oh. Oh. Anyway. Why do you hate it? I don't. It's bad, man. It's not good. Don't like. I need to stretch my legs when I'm terrified of bonking the camera. Also, I love that guy that came in, donated, like, just tossed 6 pennies on my head and then left. I'm obsessed with that dude. Good for him. Didn't say a word. I wonder if I'm gonna get a charge back for those 6 cents. That'd actually be such a funny scam. Are bits still hacked? I don't know nothing about that. I got pennied? Yeah, somebody tossed 6 pennies at me 36 minutes ago. He beamed me in the head with them. Yeah, what's wrong with the pennies, Robin? Do tell, do tell. I hear typing. I hear frantic typing. Am I scammed? Am I gonna die? I just remember being told not to buy bits. Oh, okay. Well, if it's just buying bits, that's the problem, that I'm fine. If it was like being given bits, I was gonna be like, well, not much I can do about that. So I guess it's also fine. I need the temperature on this to be a little bit higher. Something about buying and using bits would get some people banned? What? How does that even work? That's so goofy. Twitch is easily one of the websites of all time, man. Did they, like... I'm just still so confused about it. Did they unban the people, or is it still, like, an issue? I think there's only one way to tell. Somebody give me bits and ban yourself. Big stretch. Oh, thank you for the 1 bit. Hold on, let me ban you. I think that's how this works. There. You've been banned. I unbanned you. So did we do it right? Mission accomplished? It had to do with fraudulent sources. That's so strange. Oh, and it was affecting, like, normal people. It wasn't just like, oh, yeah, I say I'm doing something fine, but I'm secretly, like, using stolen credit cards. Weird. I had a time and a half trying to buy so I bought Robin a phone last night. And it was meant to be there last night. Like, when I got home from work, I was meant to give it to her. But for some reason, it wasn't just that my card had gotten declined. It was that my card decided that I couldn't possibly be buying a phone. And so it froze itself. But it froze itself in the middle of my transaction because I bought a phone and I bought a phone case. The phone case went through just fine, but the phone it blocked. And then I had to like call them and be on the phone for like 20 minutes trying to get it fixed. Which I did. The phone is now in our possession, but I was like, God damn it. I was like, is there anything I can do to prevent this from happening in the future? And they're just like, no, there's nothing. Sorry. I was like, okay, cool. I'm simply immune to random bullshit happening to me because I believe I am. I have the exact same kind of mindset whenever I'm riding my bike. Like I'll get into like a sketchy situation and I'll be like, this would be way too stupid of a way to die. So it's just not gonna happen. Like I nearly fell off a bridge at one point, back when I used to live in Virginia. There was like a big bridge that I would have to go over every night coming home from work. And I wasn't paying attention because I have in fact broken my face multiple times riding a bike, but it's never killed me. But yeah, I almost fell off a bridge and into the Shenandoah River at one point because I was coming home from work at like somewhere between 11 o'clock at night and 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was looking directly up at the sky while riding my bike across a bridge that was going over the Shenandoah River. And it was like a high bridge. It was like minimum of like 30 feet high, like before you would hit the water. And the water was quite low because Virginia's been dealing with a lot of droughts pre-hurricane. But I had to like, I was like looking up at the sky and I was looking across at the river. And I just very nearly slammed my entire bike into the side of the bridge by like swerving off path. And I had to like put my foot out and I kicked the wall, like the barrier, to kind of nudge my, like to very quickly, like I was going this way. The barrier was here. I'd like kick it here to shoot myself off that way. And I had no fear in that moment because I'm like, no one's fallen off this bridge and died. That would be stupid. It would be so stupid for the news to be like, this idiot was riding a bike across a bridge at midnight and fell the fuck off. So I just didn't. And I was fine. Which is to say that if anyone later dies on that bridge, skill death. Exactly. It's why we're doing Goretober. Blood hot. Violence fun. Ba-doop. Alright, this is basically done, and then for the rest of it I'm just gonna do little stiples. Ouch, too warm. Okay, so we've got about 20 minutes left. I'm not sure if I'm going to get all the stippling done in 20 minutes. So in that case, what I will do is I'll call it at the 2-hour mark because I do have to go. I do have other things that I need to do. And tomorrow we will start with something else and come back to this if we don't finish this. And then this will just be the thing that we do when we have too much time on our hands. I have things to do. I have to go to work, dog. I don't wanna. Oh, and also this weekend, coming up, streams are gonna be a bit shaky. I'm gonna try and make it on Saturday. On Sunday, it is less likely that I will have a stream, and on Monday, I am taking the day off. So yeah, that's how that's gonna go because I am moving house. Moving to a new apartment with better lighting, which is gonna be, I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about the prospect of having windows, personally. But yeah, the move is on Saturday, but the move's on Saturday afternoon. So I should be able to stream early in the morning. But I don't know how long it's going to take to get my internet working fully. And I also don't know how long it'll take until I get everything where it needs to be for me to stream. So we will see. I do also have church. I am a very devout Presbyterian Catholic, Episcopalian, Baptist. I had to pay a security deposit, which was increased because of the cats. But I don't have any kind of a monthly fee for them or anything. Yeah, I'm a devout Pesca Catholic. Hello, my love. Hey, baby. Can you turn off the rice cooker if it's still on? Because I don't want them. It's probably already mushy, but.
Consider that the rice isn't finished.
Pardon?
Consider that the rice isn't finished.
It definitely is.
No, it's still got a minute left.
It beeped ages ago. And also, it's been in for an hour and a half.
I'm see, it's still got a minute.
Hello, please hold. Hello, Varys. I'm sorry, I'm back. The rice has in fact been done for an hour and a half. It is now akin to mashed potatoes. Oop, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. I didn't mean to bump you. I'll bump you back. Like the music piece or like what I'm working on right now? Oh, yeah, I think it's cute. Um like I was saying, I have a bunch of little ones like this and like the similar sort of not quite Art Nouveau, but like the very natural sort of style that I could do. I also have a bunch of skulls and a bunch of mushrooms prepared, so I like his little blushies. I think they're cute. You never go wrong with skulls and mushrooms. No, you cannot. The two genders, skulls and mushrooms. No, I try to stay away from animals because I tend to be a bit bad at them, the same as people. I've never like done a person that I'm really proud of, but I like this little guy. He's a good little guy. You're a menace? What have you done? How are you a menace? We're all menaces here, but also, what did you do? If you're being a menace to dance, I approve greatly. I got a DM of the stupid, if you were given $1,000, what would you do? I replied, I'll go with option 10. Fuck off. That's silly. I don't think I've ever gotten a DM like that. Last DM that I got that was weird was a friend of mine that I've not spoken to in a while, who asked if I thought that our shared friend Toxic could successfully run a cult. To which I responded, I would follow Toxic anywhere. And so then they were like, "Is that a yes?" And I was like, "As long as he's not doing the accounting, yeah." And I don't know what they're gonna do with that information. Hopefully, start a cult, and hopefully, I'm invited, because that would be pretty fun, I think. Ooh, more in focus now. Yippee. I accept any friend requests to see if it's an artist bot, but I get a kick out of getting them banned. I didn't know you could even get banned on Discord with how many freaks there are on the website. Or on the app, I suppose. Discord is like the kick of instant messaging apps. I'm sorry. I've known a few like friends who have tried to do multi-streaming over on Kick, and I'm just like, I have such a lack of respect for anybody that does that. Like, on the one hand, yeah, sure, get that bag, but also, come on now. Yeah, Kick bad. Yeah, the one person that I knew that like had an actual platform on Kick, we don't really talk anymore for not for any bad reasons. We're just not in the same circles anymore. I'm just like, I don't know, like on the one hand I respect the grind, on the other hand I do not in fact respect the grind. I don't even know what happened to me. I just went from calm to option 10. Fuck off. Yeah, I love watching HMC respond to all of those like artist bots or whatever. Like he got one asking if he was a VTuber, and he was like, "No, I stream with my flesh." And they were like, "Can I see it?" And he was like, "I don't think my wife would appreciate that." Long live new flesh. much longer do we have? We only have a couple minutes left. So yeah, I'm definitely not finishing this. But that is okay. We got it like a solid halfway done. We just need a little bit of stippling left. Would we rather I do this on stream tomorrow, or like just do it off stream sometime and show you when it's done? Because I think I would prefer to do it on stream, but if y'all don't like it, we don't have to. I might also at some point after Inktober is over do co-working streams where I'm just muted and working on stuff. Have like a little timer going. He is so cute. He is so cute. I love him so much. I just know next stream Scorp's gonna see this on Tiruff's stream and is gonna go bananas. Very excited. Yeah, this is about where we're gonna leave it off. So I am going to say a goodbye to YouTube. Bye bye.